Hubert, and a brilliant young skater from Russia, Elena Sokolova. Those are the skaters in the first group from Finland, Slovenia, Spain, Austria, Hungary and South Africa. And in the second group, we'll go through with the captions. They can see confirmation in the second group. Amazing that Nicole Bobek is there, ranked 17. She had a disastrous short program. In group 3, Malinina from Uzbekistan, then Gusmeroli and Liashenko, Sokolova, Laetitia Hubert and the gutsy Australian Joanne Carter. The final group, Michelle Kwan will go first, then Slutskaya, then Chen Lu, then Surya Bonali, Lipinski and finally Maria Bucheskaya.
As the opening group, the first group, are on the ice. I'm just wondering, while we have a look at this first group warming up, are there any hard luck stories in this first group? What do you think?
Well, Julia Lautowa from Austria, who's actually born and trains in Moscow, is an excellent skater with very high jumps and had a very bad night in the short program. So we're expecting that she should be able to move up. She could move up as much as 8 places. And she'll be the one to watch in this group. Some of the skaters in this group are very good. Some are lucky to be here, and probably the South African girl who put on her best performance in a short program is one of them. So good for her.
Shireen Human. And of course we started with 28. 4 were knocked out after the short program, 25 through 28. But it has left us really with a star-studded field, especially the final 2 groups. And I think we should just reiterate that we will be staying with those 2 groups. There will be no commercial interruption whatsoever, and that's something like an hour and 20 minutes until we have the gold medalist. So it's going to be a wonderful night. The warm-up is just about over. The first skater on the ice will be Alisa Dre of Finland, followed by Mojca Kopac of Slovakia. And this is going to be a night to remember. That's all I'm going to say.
It certainly will be, and even in the second group, Sandy, Nicole Bobek, Yulia Vorobieva, very good skaters.
Alisa's just a 20-year-old. She finished 20th after the short program. Amongst her music will be the Moonlight Sonata. House is not yet full here at White Ring, but they tend to perhaps come in after maybe the second group.
There won't be a seat spare.
No. So the program is underway with Alisa Dre of Finland. Designs her own costume. She'd be very proud of this one.
Up with a double axel, half loop, triple salcho, big opening. Going for the triple lutz. Loop coming from backwards. It's only a double. The triple flip and made it. Spin to finish the program.
Duration of the free program is just on 4 minutes, and that is Alisa Dre of Finland. It's a very good start, isn't it?
It is a very good start. She's actually completed 4 triple jumps, 2 of them in either a combination jump, which is triple toe, double toe, and a sequence of triple jumps was the double axel turn into the triple salchow, and she did it. She got the loop done and also a triple flip. And here's the double axel, forward takeoff, then with the foot in front, hop to backwards, the half loop, and up into the triple salchow. So that's a very good way to start the event. And here comes the triple flip, 3 revolutions, taking off backwards and landing backwards. I think she'll be really happy with that result. The spins, I don't think, were of a very high standard, except for this last combination spin with this back Bielmann spin, named after Denise Bielmann from Switzerland, who invented the spin, and many others have successfully copied it.
Born in Moscow, now living in Finland. She's been on the national team for 4 years. Down at the judges. Frank's having a bit of a look at his next door neighbour. That's our Australian judge.
That's not true. Very well respected judge is our Frank Parsons.
I didn't say he wasn't well respected. I was merely saying he was having a chat over the neighbour's fence.
The judges are actually almost sequestered for a couple of hours before the event. They're not allowed to talk to people.
Okay, well, let's have a look at the first group of marks. This really is a benchmark to start the evening. But I'd imagine she'd be pretty pleased with those. We'll have a look at her presentation marks coming up.
Presentation 4-5, 4-3, 4-4.
I think the lower presentation marks actually reflect the lack of complication in the choreography, particularly in the beginning of the program. It was skate from one end of the rink to the other with the jumps.
Now coming onto the ice, she was in 22nd position after the short program. 22-year-old from Slovenia. This is Mojca Kopac. Free skating to a medley that includes blues from Pulp Fiction, Dusk Till Dawn, Barcelona Nights. I remember those a few years ago.
trying the triple lutz, couldn't quite land it. Triple toe.
Presentation 4-2, 4-2, 4-0, 4-4, 4-4, 4-7, 4-5, 4-5, and 4-2. Thank you. On the ice, representing Spain, Marta Andrade.
3番、マルタ・アンドラーデさん、スペイン。
presentation. 4-6, 4-5, 4-3, 4-2, 4-7, 4-5, 4-3, 4-5, and 4-3. Thank you. On the ice, representing Austria, Yulia Lautowa.
4番ユリア・ラウトワさん、オーストリア。
Triple Lutz. Triple toe turn, double toe.
Music tonight from La Cumbanchero and Summer Dreams.
Steps into triple toe. Camel, sit, very good layback.
She finished 21st after the short program, and she's only 15 years of age. Julia Lautowa of Austria, and she is Austrian, but she now lives back in Moscow.
Mixed performance from Julia. The opening was a little bit tough with a single Lutz, but she did a good triple Lutz later on.
Belinda, I mentioned earlier, these free programs are approximately 4 minutes duration, but what are we looking for in the free program?
Well, there are a certain amount of requirements, and if they don't fulfil them, the skaters will incur a deduction. So if they repeat a triple jump, it must be in a combination with another jump. They have to do a step sequence. They must do a spiral sequence. Here comes the triple loop now. Just have a look at that. Good backward takeoff, right around to backwards, and backward landing. And here comes the Lutz. Right off the outside edge. 1, 2, pushes the hands down during the rotation, which makes that landing just a little rough. And they must do a flying spin, which is a flying camel spin that you've heard me mention before, combination spin and one other. And they also have to have a minimum number of revs in those spins. And if they don't do enough rotations in the spin, they get marks deducted. So it's not like the short program where it's very stringent in the deductions, but we were looking for a balanced program.
Nice to see smiling coaches down there too in the mixed zone.
Technical merit.
Well, they know it was a mixed performance and that she tried really hard, and the marks are a little bit mixed as well, but watch for the places. That's what we're looking for.
4.7 to 5.2. 4.6 in fact from the Ukraine judge to 5.2. There your presentation.
5.2.
And she's sitting ahead of Drei, Andrade and Kopac in this first group. Don't forget, we have 4 groups. Second 2 groups. We will not be leaving White Ring. Commercial free. Julia Sebestyen is coming onto the ice now. She finished 19th after the short program. And she's another one with a great future. Just 16 years of age and skating to Don Quixote. Music by Leon Minkus.
All these girls in the first group are trying the triple Lutz, and she's made it. Unusual position in the combination spin. Just the double flip. Triple Salchow, and that's a flying camel. Must make 6 revs. Unusual technique, but there's triple toe, double toe. And the jump sequence. required step sequence.
What a thrill for this young student from Budapest, skating in an Olympic Games at just 16 years of age.
I think Julia's really done as much as she could possibly do in this program. If anything, I would have thought that it was perhaps a little too busy. When we watched the replays, in the technique, I was saying that she has a strange technique into the triple toe, that she's slightly forward. There's a lot of upper body movement. This is the Lutz that she tried. Got good height, got backwards, and just clung on for the landing there. No running edge at all. Very good spinner, very flexible. That's the camel spin and up into the back Bielman spin. Very difficult to pull the arms around onto the blade like that. She's a girl, I think, that really needs to work on her posture.
Belinda, Julia's skating at number 5. The ice is resurfaced after number 12. What is the ideal position? And is there a best time to be on the ice after those two great Zambonis come out?
It's different for everybody. Some skaters like to get it on and get over and done with. Some like to skate just second or third in the warm-up, so they can really push the warm-up hard and still have a quick recovery period, because if you're fit, then you'll recover quickly. And for me, I always like to wait one skater, and some just like to keep going and keep the momentum going. Others like to wait, take their skates off and relax.
Technical merit marks ranging from 4.7 to 5.2. Presentation will take her into second spot.
Mixed result, because there was actually a lot of content in the program, but I didn't think that the style was really up to it.
Our next skater is affectionately known as Shrinks, with an X.
On the ice, representing
I don't know why, Belinda, no. But she's an 18-year-old from South Africa. Born in Johannesburg, now, like many, trains and lives in Cleveland, Ohio. Coached by the great Carol Heiss, the 1960 gold medalist. This is Shireen Human. To the music Children and Fable from Robert Miles.
Starting with a very graceful spiral sequence. And opening up with a triple toe, bad slant. Good double axel. Completed all the revs in that flying camel. And manage the double axel, double toe. Going for the triple Salchow, only a double. Shireen's making her way through this program, mostly with all double jumps and all well landed.
South Africa's Shireen Human has been in the sport, competing internationally now since 1992. Still only 18 years of age, but a bit of a struggle for Shireen tonight.
The program was actually choreographed quite cleverly in that it hid a lot of Shireen's weaknesses. The style, her style of skating is quite pretty. All of her layback positions in the spiral moves and in the spins are very good. Here is the opening triple toe, which she really needed to nail. I think it's the only triple that she's got that's consistent. It didn't make it around to backwards. The foot was turning on the landing, so she couldn't hang on to it. And I would suggest that probably condition is actually a little part of her problem. I didn't think that she had enough aerobic capacity to make it through this 4 minutes. Here's a double axel, which was very good. Up into the double toe, pick the toe, and out.
You talk about condition and fitness. What's the free program equivalent to?
80 minutes of football.
AFL.
Absolutely.
So they've got to be very, very fit.
Yeah, they're actually sustaining 200 beats a minute pretty much after the first 60 seconds. And even though we go into slow music, the heart rate doesn't usually come down very much, particularly when they peak into some of those very big jumps, get an adrenaline rush and the heart rate goes up and actually stays up at that pace for 3 minutes. So to be able to sustain that, you need to be very, very fit.
Scores really as predicted, and also for presentation, that is going to leave her in 6th place after the completion of the first group here at White Ring tonight. So we've got the Big 12 coming up a little bit later on tonight, and the Big 3 in Kwan and also Lipinski and Butraskaya, and don't forget Joanne Carter, all coming away shortly from White Ring. We'll take a break, more shortly. Comes to a function, and by car, all the stoplights are stopped in one direction, and you can be sitting in traffic for up to 25 minutes while he cuts a path straight through.
Well, I think also the mobile phone shut down the system for 3 minutes too. It's all a difficult sort of a thing to cope with, isn't it?
Absolute nightmare. However, it doesn't stop the action on the ice, which is the good thing, because the warm-up has just been completed for this, the second group, and a couple of big names here to look out for.
Very big. Nicole Bobek is a fantastic skater, been third in the world and
Left
US
the
champion.
rink in tears and without saying a word after the short program.
No, well, she's not going to be happy about being in 16th place. Didn't have a good practice this morning, but Nicole is a different skater, a different girl. She can really come out and pull it off if that's what she wants to do.
Representing Japan, Shizuka Arakawa,
Coming up onto the ice, big roar for Shizuka Arakawa, and don't forget Zali coming up shortly. But right now, here is Japan's hope, Shizuka Arakawa, 16 years of age and free skating to the red poppy.
Wrapping up with the triple Lutz, only the double. Good triple flip. Second triple, the triple Salchow. Double axel, double toe combination. Triple loop, right in front of the judge number 9. Step sequence.
Japan's Shizuka Arakawa, just 16 years old, and already she's had huge success. She's been the junior national champion for the last 3 years straight, and there are enough flowers coming onto this ice to open a florist shop.
Shizuka is the girl who in the short program actually managed a triple toe combination, which was a very big combination for a young 16-year-old skater. And this performance was choreographed by Tola Cranston, and to me had what I would call Tolarisms all over it. I just don't think that it was coming from her heart when she was skating. The choreography is interesting, but I don't think that it extended particularly through the upper body as well as it should do. Maybe by the time she's 20 she'll be able to go a little bit further with some of these moves. Here is the triple flip, which was the best triple jump in the program for her. Not able to do the triple Lutz tonight, had 2 goes at it and wasn't able to do more than the double. And a good triple loop in front of judge number 9 there.
30 metres from judge number 1.
Can't help himself. And this is again a mixed performance, because technically there are a couple of good double axels in there and 3 or 4 good triples. spins weren't too bad, medium quality. Choreography, they've tried to extend her by getting a top-class choreographer, and that's how they get to learn, by using the best people in the world, as Tola Cranston is one of those.
The marks for Shizuka Arakawa. Technical merit 5-2, 4-8.
These marks are going to take her above Sebestyen and also Lautowa.
5-1, 5-0, 4-9, and 4-8.
Varying from 4-6 to 5-2 for technical, and presentation too around the 5-1 to 5-2. So good performance by Arakawa as we take a break. More shortly from White Ring.
Next to go is Yulia Lavrenchuk
On the ice, representing
from the Ukraine. Third in the European Championships in '97, but only 12th in Milan. It's not been a good year for her. 9th in the Worlds last year. It's unlikely to be a top 10 place this year unless she can really skate to her very, very best. España, the music. Real speed as she goes into the triple lutz. Just holds on, but she was way off axis.
I'm glad she did hang on. To be honest with you, it's the speed that she's got that takes her through.
Strong triple loop. Looking good. Triple flip that time and immense height. But just got there on the axle.
Yeah, she didn't seem to have any left knee bend going into that. It's a real struggle.
Just losing it now, only a double salcho. Should have been a triple. Triple toe, double toe. Well, top class. Wasn't that good for the second group? 5 triples, some lovely skating. And another teenager who's going to be such a good skater. Pity that she's had such a disappointing year. But next year, maybe she'll be back to the form that she was in '97.
Here's a look at that Lutz again, just spotted a little bit too far behind her, and you could see it off axis all the way through, but she was really motoring into that, and the speed just giving her the security at the end. The flip was right out of the top draw, a real corker. She gets so much elevation. Couple of turns, triple toe. 5 good quality triple jumps, and shame the Salco didn't come off. She just brought that round the corner a little bit too far. That was right in front of the judges.
There was about 30 seconds there in the middle where it looked like it was going to go all wrong, and then she fought and got it back. Terrific. Marina Amakanova, who trains at the Dynamo Kiev club.
I think that you have to bear in mind that she skates at such a speed that she needs a period in the program where she can get her breath back. Perhaps they could design something with the choreography just to give her a breather.
Well, these are comfortably the best marks, right across the board. 5.2 to 5.4, and we may only see half a dozen programs better than that all night. Hope not, but it may be. 5.0 presentation's a bit harsh, I think. 4.9 even harsher. But she's come to be the leader.
On the ice, representing Czech Republic, Lenka Kulovana.
9番、レンカ・クロバナさん、チェコ。
4-5, and 4-5. Presentation 4-9, 4-8, 4-8, 4-8, 4-9, 5-2, 4-8, 4-8, and 4-6. Thank you.
One of the glamour women of the sport on the ice now,
representing the
Yes,
USA.
thank you, Bruce.
Nicole
Finished 17th
Bobek.
after the short program. One of those skaters who, when she's hot, she's hot, and when she's not, she's not.
That's right.
Let's hope she is hot tonight for America's sake. This 20-year-old who was born in Chicago. Free skating to a medley of Invitation to Dance and the Victory March.
Opening up with the Lutz, and it's just a double. 0 air position. Coming up triple loop. That one was the first best jump that she's done.
Program is choreographed by Robin Cousins, the 1980 gold medalist and BBC broadcaster.
Triple Lutz and still down. And that's what the public has been waiting for. And through the step sequence. Double axel.
Well, Nicole Bobek came here being touted as a possible bronze medalist, and I would suggest she would be bitterly disappointed with this campaign. 17th after the short program.
Yes, and I think that this is a program littered with mistakes. I think Nicole's going to be going on to a professional career after that, and the whole content of this program was very scrappy, and her air position was scrappy too. Sometimes she can get away with that, and it's really in character with the music, but tonight it didn't work. This is the attempt at the triple flip, which the arms are everywhere, and I think that that's the story of Nicole tonight. Here's the triple loop where I had a wonderful display of English. The end of it.
The old best first.
That's right, that's the one. Remind me about it. Her spiral has always been fantastic and such control. It's a perfect split. And she does have such musical qualities, and she really couldn't display any of them tonight.
Well, it's going to be interesting if she does go on and become a professional, because she's very keen to become a television broadcaster or a choreographer.
Well, I actually taught Nicole for 3 or 4 weeks in the States a few years ago, and I thought that she was the most talented skater, but it's a natural talent, a very uninhibited talent, but also an untrainable. She's completely governed by her emotions and her feelings on the day, and that's why when she's hot, and when she's not, she's not. A delightful girl who hasn't had the easiest of childhoods either.
We have 2 more skaters to come in this group.
Hi everybody at home. Hi Mark. Hi
And then
Ian. Hi
the
Jared.
top
Hi
12.
Jesse.
That will decide gold, silver and bronze, as the judges take considerable amount of time over this.
Hi everybody.
Well, it's very difficult. It's actually a very poor performance by a very talented skater. That always puts you in a quandary.
Scores coming through now, firstly for technical merit.
4-6, 4-5, 4-4, 4-4, 4-8, 4-4.
I think she's come to terms with that's the end of her Olympic campaign. And
Yep, the shrug of the shoulder, right, next. On we move. That's going to place her in 5th position at the moment.
4-7,
But she's had a very good career, 3rd in the national championships, behind guess who. So we move on now to a 23-year-old from Azerbaijan. This is Yulia Vorobieva. Just graduated from the Physical Fitness Academy in Moscow and is now skating to Russian folk music. Yulia Vorobieva.
double axel right off the bat. Try the triple flip, hand down and up to the double toe. I feel this program is going from one end to the other with jumps at either end. There's not a lot in between. Triple Salchow. Triple loop double toe, and she's got the combination jump done. Sit spin. Jump sequence, the triple toe to finish. Now this is a very good camel spin. Sit, staying on the spot, lay back, and the speed's holding. And a blur spin.
Great finish. Like a spinning top. Yulia Vorobieva of Azerbaijan.
We had to wait 4 minutes, but that very last spin is what Yulia is renowned for, and for good reason too. It's an excellent spin, first class quality with terrific speed and centred, which means it's on the spot the entire time. Bit of a rough time with some of the jumps tonight. Again, probably posture problems and coming forward. Watch the takeoff here where she'll dig, pick there, and the arms aren't in position, and down she goes. But going to get something out of this, so another double toe. Same problem in the air with the left arm too. And here's the triple loop taking off from the back outside edge. Arm position slightly better, but definitely a left arm technical problem tonight.
A reminder that we have one skater in this group remaining, and the resurfacing of the ice will take place. And look at this spinning.
It's actually called a back scratch spin, but she does go into a blur, so we call it a
back scratch spin.
Yeah, because the foot's scratching, making a scratching noise.
And while that resurfacing of the ice is going on and you're back scratching, Zali will be speaking with Bruce, so that's something to look forward to after the presentation of the bronze medal we saw a short time ago. And then it'll be the Big 12, starting off with Tatiana Malinina. But we await now
The marks for
the
Yulia
scores
Lavrenchuk.
for Vorobieva.
4-7, 4-8, 4-7, 4-9, 5-0.
Look at the variance there, 4-5 from the Ukrainian judge and 5 from the French.
Well, the judge will be working on different scales. Some will have given themselves more room to move so that they can place the skaters more. The place marks are basically within range between 3 and 6, and that's acceptable.
4-9, 4-9, and 5-1.
I think you could become a judge.
I was in another life.
Oh, gee. I'm glad it was another life. Here we go to complete this second group. This will bring us to the halfway mark. There's 20-year-old from Poland coming onto the ice. Been on the national team for 8 years, so she's plenty of experience despite being only 20. Anna Rechnio. Free skating to tango.
Starting out with a lot of speed, just like the short program, into the triple lutz. And forward from start to finish. Very powerful strokes. Beautiful double axel. It's called a layback for obvious reasons. Ice coverage and flow is excellent, and that's a major component of the artistic impression mark. Definitely having trouble with the timing of her triple jumps tonight. Layout, back, sit. And a second good double axel, turn to the double toe.
And a Rechnio of Poland, who finished 13th after the short program. But the 20-year-old tonight had a few problems, Belinda, especially with the jumps.
The technical merit mark will be low because she's actually not completed any very good triple jumps, and the spins weren't at great speed. But she's difficult to mark because the very first requirement of the artistic impression mark is speed and flow of the blade and coverage of the ice. And when we watch back the replays, every stroke, every push she takes, she gains ground. So she's going to be very disappointed with this, and I'd suggest that if she actually slowed down for a while, she might be able to get a better posture. Too far forward, looking down. Double axel, which is the best jumps actually of the night. She had 2 double axels. And this is the triple loop. And the free foot is too wide, too far away, and it pushes her forward at the finish. She's got to put the hand down. And unfortunately, that was the best triple jump of the skate for her.
Like many Europeans, she now lives and is coached in the United States. She's in Marlborough in the USA with her Polish-born coach, Barbara Kosowska, who has had some success coaching a world bronze medalist in Grigor Filipowski.
And actually, Barbara coached Australia's Cameron Medhurst for a little while before we teamed up in Sydney.
Before you took over the reins?
Absolutely. And that's a shame for Anna. All Barbara's skaters are very strong and powerful across the ice. I think she works very hard on the stroking technique, and it shows.
So the score's about to come through now, but she's a bitterly disappointed girl, but consoled by her coach, which is nice to see and encouraged. That is what it's all about. She's made it to the Olympics and she's performed admirably at the highest level. That's a look at the technical merit marks and presentation to come now. Going to leave her in 8th spot, varying from 4.6 through to 5.1. So, Bruce, we're at the halfway mark at the moment here at White Ring. We have the Big 12 to come, though, my friend, and I know you're looking forward to them.
I am, Sandy, and good calling there, Belinda and Sandy. We'll be going back to...
The Tim Tams now. Sit down and relax, because this is going to be well worth watching. We will not miss a minute. It's like Star City, isn't it? It's a bit like being in Hollywood here at the moment, being in White Ring.
Well, I've certainly...
Who have you noticed?
Kevin Costner.
Yes, oh, well, that's
Number
the end
one.
for you. Chuck Norris, I know, is here tonight. So too Glenn Close. Wayne Gretzky, beaten. Canada beaten by...
the Czech Republic.
The Czech Republic in a shootout, but that hasn't stopped Wayne being here with us. Nadia Comaneci, one of the absolute champions of sport.
And Kevin Costner.
And Kevin... Oh, so there's... Actually... You know that Kevin Costner's in seat F82. We're not worrying about that. Let's worry about Jo Carter. Here she is on the ice, about to complete her warm-up. Now, let us remember that Jo is skating 6th. In other words, last in this group. What does that mean?
It means that she has a long wait and that she can use her 6 minutes fully without having to rest at all. I've noticed already she's done a lovely triple flip, and she was trying to warm up the triple loop just a minute ago, and it was only the double. So we'll keep our eyes on Jo while the camera's eyes are elsewhere.
So what does she do during that half hour? I mean, while she's got to wait, what does she do?
She'll unlace her skates, and she's a very focused girl, and she will sit down and she will put her head down, she'll close her eyes, and she'll imagine the program, and she'll be going through every move, and particularly all the jumps. That's what she'll be focusing on, is the jumps in particular.
Well, she's got Aunt Betty here. Her parents, is it Uncle Frank?
Uncle Frank and Auntie Betty.
All right. Auntie Betty makes a lot of the training costumes, I think, doesn't she?
Yes, she does, and Pat Field in Sydney made the costume she's wearing tonight.
And you like Kevin Costner. So here we go. This is the top 12. There's gold, silver and bronze in this 12, and first up is Tatiana Malinina of Uzbekistan. She finished 9th after the short program, free skating to music from Aladdin.
Opening up with the triple lutz, and that's beautiful. Triple flip next. Very high triple salchow. Skating quite slowly, but jumping very high. spiral sequence in an Arabian character. Step sequence, possibly an overuse of that Arabian style arm movement. Good use of the music for Flying Camel.
There she is, a 25-year-old sports instructor, and she's delighted with that performance. That's Tatiana Malinina of Uzbekistan, skating to Aladdin. Does she have to go back into the cave for anything, Belinda?
No, not tonight. This is a girl that's actually set out to achieve the opening of the program, I think, with the big triple lutz and the big triple flip, and that's where a technical mark's going to come from. I don't think she achieved presentation-wise the character with this music, but she certainly used it. Here's the triple lutz, and it's very big. And she'll be well rewarded in the technical marks for that. She opened up with a triple lutz and then went to the triple flip. And here's the flip. Takes off backwards off the toe. Good, strong knee bend and a running edge for the landing.
But you can tell as we commence this third group that the standard has gone up, and that's not being harsh on the girls that we've seen so far tonight, but there is a definite difference in standard.
Well, I think that's probably a tribute to the judging in the short program in the long run, that the skaters get better and better as you go through the event, and that they've been placed basically in the right area, give or take a few places. So whether Tatiana will hold on to 9th place will be seen as we go through these next 6 skaters.
It's Vanessa Gusmeroli of France, followed by Elena Liashenko of Ukraine, Elena Sokolova of Russia, Laetitia Hubert of France, and then Joanne Carter.
Interesting to see what the judges do with the presentation mark here. When I'm talking about the artistic impression, obviously that's my opinion, and judges don't always agree. Her ice coverage I didn't think was very strong. I thought she was quite slow, but the jumps were extraordinarily high.
5-3, 5-4,
She's delighted.
Good on her.
Well, time will tell if she's going to hold her spot, 9th spot, but this is going to take her to the top for the moment. But of course, we still have 11 skaters to come onto the ice.
5-1, 5-4, 5-1, and 5-0. Thank you.
One of them is a very, very good trick skier. In fact, she's been a national champion on a number of occasions. And here she is, Vanessa Gusmeroli, just 19 years of age already, 7 years on the national team. And this could be exciting, skating a medley, the soundtrack of Batman, The Big Blue, and Ritual Fire Dance. Vanessa Gusmeroli.
Triple flip. Last year's world bronze medalist. back down the other end of the rink, and the triple Lutz. Triple loop, double loop combination. And a layover flying camel. Of triples turning into double jumps. That was the Salco. Triple toe, turn double toe. Tiring from the big start, I think.
Vanessa Gusmeroli of France. Her music tonight representing the four elements: water, earth, air and fire. She finished 8th after the short program.
Very big start with a big triple Lutz, big triple flip. This is another powerful skater with powerful edges. Interesting choreography by the American Alan Schramm, who had always a different use for edges and turns, and he's incorporated a lot of that into this program, which I think she carried off quite well. She has a jerky style of skating, a very powerful style of skating, and I think that the choreography suited her very well. Here's the triple flip. Right up there, very big jump, very good technique through the air, and the landing very good as well. And the Lutz right off the outside edge, which is what you want to see, straight to the chest and away. It's those two jumps right at the opening that are going to give Vanessa the big marks. And an unusual program, and that's one of the features that I'm sure Helen Schramm has taught her, and she does to perfection.
White ring is now filled to capacity, awaiting the remainder of this group, which includes Joanne and the final group. with Kwan, Lipinski and Butrskaya. Still all to come.
Vanessa Gusmeroli, technical merit 5-2, 5-4, 5-3, 5-6, 5-3.
I think that those marks are
5-4,
probably exactly right.
5-4. Presentation 5-6, 5-6, 5-5.
Well, 8th after her short program. I should be pretty pleased with that.
Yes, the artistic marks are up, and I think that reflects the difficulty of the choreography.
On the ice,
An enthusiastic wave as she completes her Olympic campaign here in Nagano, and we now move to Elena Liashenko. She's only 21 years of age, but she's been with the same coach now for the last 17 years. And her music tonight, Belinda?
Is unpronounceable. Tough opening when the Lutz turns to a single. Triple flip, tight in the air, but forward. Salko, good quick spring. That's no surprise with that entry for the loop. Double axel, double toe combo. Second go at the Lutz, and again the same mistake. Jump, double axel, the butterfly. Not many girls do those anymore. It's good.
There she is, Elena Liashenko. We saw her teammate, Yulia Lavrenchuk, earlier in the night. In fact, Lavrenchuk at the moment is in 3rd place, but they stick pretty close. They've got the same coach. They're trained in Kiev, and both earned the rights to be at the Olympics after the 97 Worlds, where they were both placed in the top 15. So they've been pretty consistent. More recently in the Europeans, they were both in the top 10.
Here comes the opening triple flip, which is the best jump of the program tonight, the highest element, even though the hand went down. Unusual technique into the triple toe, although the air position is excellent. Very, very fast twitch muscle, I think. And here is the triple salchow. Again, it's terrific air position. Up into a double toe to make the jump combination and fulfill the long program requirements. Very popular with the crowd, a lot of flowers and bears and toys thrown on for Elena.
Next it'll be Sokolova, then Hubert, and then Joanne Carter. If you're planning on visiting the kitchen for another cuppa or something stronger.
I think she would have liked to have done better, Elena, but I like how she's just accepted what she's done and is happy about what was good and just went on and hasn't worried about what wasn't as good as she would have liked.
Her marks coming through now, firstly for technical merit. Probably actually going to keep her very close to her teammate once again.
5-1, 4-9, 5-1, 5-1, and 5-2. Presentation. 4-9,
Elena
5-4,
Liashenko was 7th in the
5-3,
short program, and this will be an interesting comparison for Jo Carter, so try and keep these marks in your mind.
Thank you.
Judges varying from 2nd to 10th, which is interesting.
On the ice, representing Russia, Elena
Liashenko currently in 3rd place and her teammate Lavrenchuk in 4th place. But now let's welcome Elena Sokolova from Russia. She's just 18 years old. And there's been great competition amongst the Russian girls for these 3 spots. She has made it, and here she is. A free skating program to stepping out.
Opening up with a triple loop. Triple toe combination, the first triple of the night. Does the double lutz. The flip, and only a double two. Is the door open for Jo? Double toe. Wonder if the lutz was two-footed. arsenal of triple jumps here. Triple sow, turn to the triple loop. Another triple combination, triple toe with a double loop. Finishing up with a double axel. And a second one. Masterful technical display.
Well, we certainly hope you're enjoying this special commercial-free 1.5 hours on 7. You're seeing some fantastic entertainment. That was Elena Sokolova from Russia. Had an excellent career as a junior, picking up a silver medal in the junior championships and then leapfrogging into the Olympics. This is her first senior program, and what a way to do it.
It really was a masterful exhibition of triple jumping combinations. She opened up with a triple loop, double toe loop combination, triple sow to turn, triple loop, and at the end a triple toe into the double loop. Here's the opening combination. 3 revolutions taking off backwards, landing backwards. Don't put the foot down, step up into the triple toe. Not completely rotated that triple toe. And the Lutz that I was wondering whether it was 2-footer. Watch for the left foot. Yep, goes down, up into the double toe.
What's the penalty there, Belinda?
There's no real penalty in the free program. It's just not counted. So
right.
It depends which of our judges from 1 to 9 has actually picked that up. Possibly up here, Judge 8 and 9 don't have as good a view as Judge 1. I know what you're going to say.
I'm not saying a word. I think that's marvellous.
Artistically, I don't think that the music had anything to do with the skating whatsoever. However, I can't take it away from her technical prowess whatsoever. Terrific display from that point of view. Presentation-wise and choreography, I think that there's a long way to go for this young girl in her very first senior competition.
But lovely to see everyone smiling there as the marks
Yep.
The marks
are about to come through for Elena.
Technical merit 5-5, 5-4, 4-9, 5-3, 5-1, 5-4.
I wouldn't be too harsh on the Austrian. I think that he's seen that the opening triple wasn't fully rotated, and the Lutz was
Pretty good marks.
not down too. Well, she had a lot of technical merit in this program.
5-3, 5-3.
So that at the moment places her in second spot behind Gusmeroli of France. Speaking of France, here is her teammate, 23-year-old, and one who has beaten Tara Lipinski this season. Only 2 have. The other, of course, being Michelle Kwan. This is Laetitia Hubert. Free skating program tonight. To the Maxim Rodriguez music, Dead Can Dance.
Laetitia opening up with a triple Lutz. And I think that was two-footed. Not making the air position for these opening triple jumps. Good back sit position. Only the single axel. Major problem for Laetitia tonight in making the air position. Unusual choreography.
Don't forget, coming up next, Joe Carter.
Again the double flip, and I think she's given up. Still keeping up the speed. I think she wants to go home. She needs at least the double axel. Nope.
Well, unfortunately, once you get out on the ice, there is nowhere you can hide. And that was very tough for Laetitia Hubert. This may well be her Olympic swan song. She's only 23, but it's already her third Olympic Games, 12th in Albertville, and then 17th in 94 in Lillehammer, but a real struggle tonight.
It's really tough when
And I'm sorry, but I'm watching Joe warm up on the ice.
You're allowed.
Go.
It's so tough when it's going wrong and you just want to be anywhere else on the planet than on the ice rink in front of all these thousands of people. Here's this triple Lutz. I want to have a look at the finish, and it looks to me that the free foot touched the ice there, and that was her only attempt at rotating any of the jumps. This is the layback. Free knee is turned in and the toe is turned down. I guess that's in keeping with the character of this music, although it's not my favourite position. I like toes pointed and arms stretched and legs stretched, and that's probably a coaching style, just a preference. But Laetitia's always gone for I guess you'd call an alternative skating style. It didn't work for her this evening. And Joe's trying to get ready, you'll notice that she'll click her blade underneath the other skate each time. So watch for it when she comes on. The judges won't have any choice but to give this low 4s because there's simply no technical merit mark. A few double jumps and not even the double axel. And rightly speaking, it probably should sit in 24th place, although she did carry a lot of speed across the ice.
And it's for that reason that the judges are taking some considerable time, so gives Joe a few extra seconds out on the ice, just warming up.
Well, it's tough. This is a girl who landed every single one of those jumps just, 4 months ago to take first place away from Lipinski.
It's amazing.
Frank's made his mark, though. He's ready. He's waiting.
It's amazing, isn't it? You're only as good as the performance on the night.
The marks for Laetitia Hubert. Technical merit. 4-0, 4-3.
As expected.
4-4, 4-1.
So it's going to drop her back. Well, at the moment, to around 13th place.
4-7 and 4.
Still with 7 to come.
Yeah.
Presentation. 4-8, 4-4.
So a disappointment for her, but
4-5, 4-6.
it now brings to the ice the young lady we've been waiting for so long to see.
And 4-9. Thank you.
Interesting, judging positions varying from 7th to 15th.
On the ice,
Now, down to business. The 17-year-old from West Pennant Hills, Joanne Carter, 11th after her short program. A free skating to a medley, red shoe tango, accidental mambo, dark fire, and the tango. Let's go with Joanne Carter.
Opening up with a triple Lutz. Same mistake as last night. It's on the feet. Good triple loop. Triple toe, perfect. Second triple toe, well done, double toe, great Joe. The flip. It's the double. for Salko.
There she is, Joanne Carter of West Pennant Hills, and she waves to her family and friends at the top of the stand. Just 17 years of age. She completed a high school certificate last year and at the same time finished 11th in the World Championships, which in itself is a mighty achievement. And she's very popular, Belinda.
She is a very popular girl because she's a very nice girl. The strength of this program, which is choreographed by Tom Dixon from USA tonight, was in the presentation. I thought that in the short program there wasn't enough attention paid to the presentation. Tonight, great presentation. And here's the opening triple loop. A terrific position in the air. Going to do a second jump off it, I think, and then suddenly changing her mind. The best piece of the program was here. The triple toe. Turn. Watch how quick this rotation is. Bang, straight in with the arms. And double toe. I think she'll be very disappointed not to have done the two triple flips and to have stepped out of that Lutz, but particularly the flips. Salko's always been a difficult jump for Jo, which I think she'll probably tell you anyway. That's been the hardest jump for her. That's the one that she had a fall on. I think she got a little close to the wall and didn't quite get around the edge enough. I think it's very tough to skate last in a group and be able to hold on to it. Just saying hello to everyone.
Let's see if she's going to send a few Cheerios. Coach Andre. Looking rather serious. Wendy on the right.
Miami. Zoe.
There's the Cheerios. Many stars here tonight. Elvis Stoico is right next to us. He's just jumped on some cans. He's conducting an interview. But it's great to see all the stars here tonight. Fantastic. And Elvis, who we hope will recover from that groin injury and be okay as the marks come through now.
Yes, with only 3 triple jumps done tonight, there's not going to be enough marks in the technical merit, and she'll be very sorry for that. But there go the artistic marks, and they're well up.
4-9-5-0-5-1.
So that is going to leave her at the moment in 6th place. Bear in mind we have 6 to come, so 12th position. Let's not scoff at that. There's nothing wrong with coming 12th in an Olympic Games.
Yes, I think the worst she can be is 12th, and I think that the maturity of her presentation has really brought her right through to that position. So while she's going to be disappointed, Australia, we're very proud of Joanne Carter for her achievements in coming at the worst 12th at an Olympic Games.
When you consider she was 11th in the World Championships last year, it's a fantastic achievement, and well done, Jo. That's all we'd like to say to her. It's a very, very good effort. I know that Pat Welsh is down in the mix zone there with her, and we're all looking forward, Pat, to what Jo has to say.
Sandy, thank you very much. I saw you at the end of the routine look up towards your family and turn your hands up and said, well, I gave it my best shot.
Yeah, I was pretty nervous going into tonight. And, sorry.
You're right. I don't think you were the only one nervous. I think there was a lot of the young ladies nervous out there tonight.
No, I went out. I gave it my best shot. This morning my practice wasn't so good, so I really spent the day trying to get myself on top again, and I did that, which I'm really happy with myself for. You know, it was a big thing to come to the Olympics, and I was very happy with my short program, and you know, things can't be perfect all the time. I suppose it would be nice if they could, but you know, that's life. And next time, you know, I've got Worlds in a couple of weeks, and I'll be going back training really hard there and definitely trying to break the top 10. It just seems to elude me at the moment.
Well, at the very worst, you're going to finish in 12th position, and that's something to be very proud of.
Oh, thank you. I was actually hoping for maybe just a little better, you know, 2 places or so, but that's the way the ball rolls, and you can't really do much about that once it's happened. And, you know, I went out, I gave it my best shot. I felt good beforehand. I went out positive. I was fairly confident in what I was going to do. You know, it just didn't work.
Now, I know you've got all your family here, but you've obviously had a lot of support from home as well, as have the whole Australian team, haven't they?
Oh, yeah, the support has been absolutely fantastic from back home for the whole team. I mean, we have a TV room downstairs in the village, and the walls are just plastered with faxes from home. My bedroom wall is plastered with faxes from my friends and people that I don't even know, and they've just written to me. All the primary schools back home have just been absolutely fantastic. The show of support that we get over here is absolutely incredible.
As you said, you've got Worlds in about 4 or 5 weeks. You've been nursing that little back problem, haven't you?
I have, but, you know, I'm going to have about a week off, I think, when I go home, maybe a couple of days, depending on what Andre lets me have. And hopefully, you know, I'll get that seen to straight away. It wasn't bothering me at all today. It felt really, really good. Our team doctor and team physio did a fantastic job with that. I mean, they really set that at ease, and it gave me one less thing to worry about. So, no, it was something that I'm going to get fixed as soon as I go back, but it wasn't a problem tonight.
Okay, top 12 in the world. I think you're entitled to a couple of days off. Joanne, congratulations.
Thank you. Can I say a couple of hellos?
Sure can.
Hello to everyone back home in Macquarie Ice Rink. Thank you so much for your support. And everyone back at school, you've been fantastic, Mount St Benedict College. And all my friends and family back home, my aunties and my uncles and my cousins as well, they've been absolutely fantastic.
Joanne, thank you very much. Sandy, it was supposed to be commercial free, but we've just snuck one quick commercial. Well done, Joe.
Thank you.
Yes, good on you, Pat, and well done again to Joe. That was fantastic. At worst, she could finish is 12th.